If you remember my last video, my 6-disc fogger for my humidifier blew up because I got a cheap one on Amazon, so I finally decided to replace it with this nice 12-disc fogger from House of Hydro down in Fort Myers, Florida. So today we're going to be installing that, show you that process. Here is my box where I keep all my controls. In here is just a percentage timer, an on-off timer, power strip, and this is the power supply for that old humidifier that blew up. So I just started by first, of course, taking out some screws that held that piece in place so I could get the old power supply out and the new power supply in. So with the old power supply out and the new power supply in, which looks strangely like this Polaroid camera I'm using as a monitor mount, probably just a coincidence, I got the new power supply into the waterproof electronics box, and I'm just not going to mount anything back on that board because knowing me, I'll probably have to be replacing all this stuff again, and I don't feel like taking the screws out. But it fits in perfectly, so then I can just try to put this cable through, but I noticed that it doesn't fit through the hole that I drilled because it's just too small of a hole for both cables, which means I have to take the extension cord cable out for the power strip and take off my cool custom plug in order to fit it through that hole. So you can just take a power strip and cut the end off where you have those 3 wires and then wire them to a new plug that you can fit it through something. It's basically what I did. It's a little DIY plug. So I take off all the screws for the ground and the hot and the black wire. So now I can remove the power strip from the waterproof box. And now I can run the cable from the 12-disc fogger into its power supply, which is now in this box, not mounted onto the breadboard behind it. And plug it into the Polaroid camera. Good to go. So now I started putting this back together with the ground, and the hot wires, and the black wire. And then it dawned on me that I have to get this cable back through that hole before I put the tip back on. So then I proceeded to take all the wires back off so I could then properly run this through, so that way I could rewire it one more time. So there we go. Putting the ground back on, and the black, and the white. One more time, and hopefully I don't have to do this again, but I am used to doing these and undoing these because I'm just not paying attention. So with that back on, I can finally plug these in and get to testing this. Everything's plugged in, everything should work, we should have power everywhere. Just stuff everything in there, it looks good. Plug it in, moment of truth. And it works. Nice. And there we go, we have fog once again. So I'll put my waterproof fan on top of there. I don't bolt it down because I'm going to be cleaning it anyway. It's not really going up. So this fan isn't quite enough power to get it to circulate through the entire room. So I'm just going to add this second fan here to have it add some circulation, which should be good enough. That looks better. The blue oysters are looking happier. As always, if you liked the video and you found it useful and interesting, leave a like, comment, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thanks, see you next time.